Developing this morning in a deadly car crash. What we're learning about the number of people and pets that were inside the vehicles.
And a community coming together to honor a fallen firefighter who left behind a legacy of service.
Plus, a recall that's affecting a childhood classic. Find out how these dino nuggets could be contaminated.
Very mild start to the morning. Temperatures well into the 50s. It is windy today. We'll see how long this mild weather will last. Coming up.
Good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
Happy Monday, everybody. I'm Leah Lynchide. Kelly Slifka has maybe the best news of the day. We could hit 60 today in the forecast.
Yeah, 60s in the forecast. Got close yesterday. I actually got out and played some beach volleyball.
No way.
November, yeah.
Were you wearing shoes or were you barefoot?
I was barefoot. It was a little chilly.
This guy.
With wet sand, but yeah, that might be the end of it. But anyway, we are looking at another mild day today. Temperatures in the 50s to start off the morning. 55 in Madison, Middleton at 57, 55 currently in Stoughton. Temperatures 20 degrees warmer than what it was at this time yesterday morning. So yesterday morning wasn't that chilly. So just to tell how mild it is this morning, we do have to contend with this wind. It's coming in out of the southwest now at 14 miles per hour here in Madison. 20 in Mineral Point at 17, 16 in the Dells. So it's going to be a windy day. Some of these winds gust up to 30 miles per hour. Temperatures in the low 60s today. Looks like cooler weather will return tomorrow already, closer to 50. Then we'll see these numbers drop later in the week. Clouds this morning, but as we get that wind switching around to a westerly direction here later this morning, we'll see a lot of sunshine. Low 60s here early this afternoon. It's going to be windy, but very mild for this time of November. Temperatures starting out in the 50s, low 60s quickly this morning into the afternoon with a lot of sunshine expected later today. We'll talk about that cold front that'll arrive tonight and when our next chance of rain is coming up in about 15 minutes.
Okay, Kelly, thank you very much. We begin with developing news this morning. 2 people are dead after a head-on crash in the town of Deerfield. It happened along State Highway 73. This is just north of County Highway BB around 4 yesterday. A vehicle crossed into the other lane and hit another car head-on. The drivers of both vehicles were pronounced dead at the scene. A 28-year-old passenger had to go to the hospital and is in stable condition this morning. One of the vehicles had 2 dogs inside. One died, the other survived.
6:02 now here on your Monday morning. Happening now, some Madison kids are going to be headed out to catch the bus at a different time this morning. That's because changes to start and end times for the Madison Metro School District start today. Now, this doesn't affect every school in the district. High schools, for example, won't have their times changed. But even for elementary and middle schools that are switching their times, they aren't all consistent. These changes come as parents and students continue to raise complaints about buses showing up late or not even at all. We have a full list of start and end times for every Madison school on our website. Just look for this story. You can head to channel3000.com and find out how your child could be affected. Those times will last through the end of the school year.
The 20-year-old firefighter from Cottage Grove who died in a motorcycle crash last weekend will be laid to rest today. Gavin Wendricks will be remembered during a funeral service scheduled for this afternoon. He was killed in a crash involving another motorcycle outside of I-39, along I-39 outside Monona, last weekend. Gavin was known for his service to his family and his community as a volunteer firefighter for a year and a half. Gavin's funeral service begins at 3 p.m. at the Messiah Lutheran Church in Cottage Grove. In lieu of flowers, the family's asking that memorials are made to the Gavin Wendricks Memorial Fund.
Another top U.S. official is in Israel today. CIA Director William Burns is in the Middle East. It follows yet another visit from Secretary of State Antony Blinken. The secretary visited the West Bank, where he met with the leader of the Palestinian Authority. He's calling for more humanitarian aid and calling on Iran not to interfere with the conflict.
Working very hard to make sure that the conflict in Gaza does not escalate, does not spread to other places.
Meantime, Israel's military has released a video saying that they have opened a humanitarian corridor to allow civilians to move from northern to southern Gaza. It accuses Hamas, though, of using civilians as human shields. Israel released this video claiming to show Hamas rocket launch pits near a children's pool and playground. Hamas, meanwhile, says the number of those killed so far in Israel is over 9,000. Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin is joining a dozen other lawmakers calling for humanitarian aid. Here's her statement. It reads in part, this tragic war in Gaza is causing heartbreaking suffering among Israelis, Palestinians, and other nations. We join President Biden in his call for a short-term cessation of hostilities. She says it's to deliver more aid and to help get hostages out of Gaza and start peace talks.
News out of the 2024 race for president this morning. A new poll has Donald Trump leading President Biden in a possible matchup. That CBS YouGov poll has him up 3%. The margin of error here, though, is 3.3%. Now, another poll has Biden leading Trump in our state here in Wisconsin by 2 points. We're the only one out of 6 swing states where President Biden is leading. This as Trump prepares to testify in a civil fraud trial against his empire this morning. He's accused of lying about his wealth in financial statements.
An important recall this morning for a popular kids' food. Listen up. Tyson Foods is recalling 30,000 pounds of Fun Nuggets, those frozen dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets. The Department of Ag says that they may be contaminated with pieces of metal. The recalled items have a best by date of September 4th, 2024. Again, best by date of September 4th, 2024. The USDA says people who have the nuggets should throw them out or return them to where they got them for a refund.
Now to a warning for any parent or caregiver. You should stop using those weighted sleep products for babies. Consumer Reports gives us an update on these products that are still currently for sale.
Weighted blankets are a popular trend for adults, but the American Academy of Pediatrics strongly warns that weighted baby blankets, swaddles, and sleep sacks are not safe and not recommended for any babies.
One of the risks is suffocation, so the babies can actually get trapped under the weight of the blankets and not be able to breathe.
A baby's body is also inherently different from an adult's, and putting any weight on its chest is problematic.
The weight on their chest, rib cage, and abdomen can limit the ability for them to move their muscles required for breathing, and this can lead to asphyxiation.
2 main manufacturers of weighted sleep products for babies, Nested Bean and Dreamland Baby, both told Consumer Reports that a lack of reported injuries related to their increasingly popular products shows that they're safe. But the Consumer Product Safety Commission has said that there is at least 1 infant death involving a weighted product.
Parents will be even more trusting of products that they see for sale if they have a label that says, this meets industry standards, maybe not realizing that those standards are largely written by the companies that are making and selling those products.
Leaving new parents like Linda Ramirez who are looking for anything to help their infant sleep in the dark.
It's so scary that they're marketed as safe when doctors are against it.
Doctors recommend that babies should only sleep alone, on their back, on a firm flat surface, and with nothing else around them. This is Shane Hogan.
The Safe Sleep for Babies Act banned both incline sleepers and crib bumper pads last year. A Consumer Reports investigation prompted the legislation after it found dozens of deaths tied to those sleepers. Now, this law doesn't apply to baby sleep clothing, things like swaddles or sleep sacks.
A Wisconsin veteran now has a brand new Purple Heart. She's from Prairie du Sac. It's among America's oldest military awards. Rebecca Litcher was deployed to Kuwait during the invasion of Iraq in 2003, where her injuries in service qualified her for the Purple Heart. After she served, Rebecca said that she later worked with Senator Tammy Baldwin's office to get the award. And now 20 years after Rebecca was first deployed, the senator presented her with the award at a ceremony in her hometown. Listen to this.
You have made your family very proud, and you have made Wisconsin very proud.
None of us want to receive this award, but it is an award that happens when we least expect it.
So Rebecca's also going to be recognized in Windsor, New York. That is where the National Purple Heart Hall of Honor is located.
Boy, 2 decades after her service, finally being recognized.
It is unfortunate that a lot of these veterans receive these medals so late in life. So important, though, that recognition comes at some point.
I'm sure an emotional service this weekend, too. Congrats to her.
Yes, well deserved. Thank you.
6:08 now. Coming up in sports, the Pack get back on track. What Jordan Love is saying after the big win at home.
Plus, an update on our Thanksgiving basket drive this morning and how you can help local families. That's straight ahead in the 608.
MG&E, building your community energy company for the future through the power of working together. Committed to cleaner, more sustainable energy, driven by innovation, fostered by shared values. Visit MGE2050.com.
It's easier to manage my chemo side effects since a great supportive care came to see me. They're taking the time to listen and talk about options for feeling better.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
Habitat homes are not free. They're built and bought by hardworking families just like yours. Families with jobs, dreams, and a strong determination to create a better future. With stable homes, they can invest more in their health, education, community, and beyond.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now lease a built Ford Tough F-150 STX for $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
We're doing everything we can to reduce our carbon footprint.
We are 100% employee owned.
We are Barnes.
'Tis the season to be jolly. Okay, too soon, but it is time to get prepared for the holidays. Barnes can take the stress out of setting up your holiday lights so you can enjoy the season. Welcome to Barnesville. From planting to tree and shrub pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. Discover the Barnes difference. Get started at barnesinc.net.
Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
At 4imprint, finding the promotional products you need to create a memorable moment is an easy mission. Our expert team will take care of every detail to make your success a certainty. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. MG&E, building your community energy company for the future through the power of working together. Committed to cleaner, more sustainable energy, driven by innovation, fostered by shared values. Visit MGE2050.com.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
It's 6:12. Time to slow things down and see what's going on in the 608.
Josh Breiter is here with an update on our annual Thanksgiving basket drive. What do you got for us this morning, Josh?
Hey, so we're talking turkey. I told you we weren't just going to skip over Thanksgiving last week. So here we are. We're talking about Turkey Day. And Thanksgiving, get this, if you haven't looked at your calendar, 2 weeks from this week. Yeah, it's almost here, guys, and we need help getting groceries for thousands of Dane County families ahead of Turkey Day. For the past 35 years, the Goodman Community Center Thanksgiving Basket Drive has been a tradition with many long-serving staff, volunteers, and their children returning year after year. News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of this event. Each year, we hear from families about how meaningful their Thanksgiving basket is to them, and with the unprecedented need the Goodman Center is seeing in their food pantry, these baskets are going to matter more than ever this year. The Goodman Community Center actually had to close the registration window early due to heightened demand. More than 4,000 families registered for everything needed to prepare that traditional holiday meal. That is more than 25,000 Dane County residents, including more than 10,000 children. So here's a look at what is needed this year. A big list of numbers here. 8,000 cans of veggies, 4,000 boxes of mac and cheese. The same number goes for gravy, cans of cranberry sauce, broth, stuffing. Then 4,000 bottles vegetable oil, specifically those 16 to 24 ounce bottles, along with the 4,000 aluminum roaster pans. Those are big numbers, so we need your help in making this happen. Those donations can be dropped off at the Goodman Community Center next Monday through Friday, the 13th through the 17th. 10 to 7 is your time at the Goodman Gym. Then on Saturday and Sunday, November 18th and 19th, the Wabisa Street location from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But if you are that person that maybe gets this stuff done ahead of time and you want to drop off sooner, that is no problem as well. You can stop by the Goodman Center's Ironworks building any day this week from 9 to 8. However, the Goodman Center is asking you to please save those frozen turkey donations until next week. All of this information is up right now on channel3000.com. A reminder, we're going to be out there live next Tuesday morning, a week from tomorrow. That is their big donations day. That's when all the big trucks come in, and we see really that big community impact. So looking forward to that.
One thing that these organizations love are monetary donations.
Yeah. That's the big thing too. Yeah, and honestly, we see that a lot of times, and we've talked about this before. You know, they can stretch that money so long. You know, they can get a lot more for that. So if you're one of those people that maybe can't get to the grocery store, that's okay. All of that information, along with volunteer hours. Maybe this year you just don't have anything to be able to give. That's okay. You can give your time as well. So a lot of ways to be able to give back to the community.
Sometimes I feel lazy.
Yeah.
Like when you donate money, you're like, oh, it's just money, and like I'm not really doing anything.
But it stretches.
Well, oh my gosh, like those organizations love it. They're like, yes, thank you.
Sometimes it's better for them because, you know, when they have all these community partners that come together every year, it's easier for them to be able to maybe stretch that, you know, even $5 more than what you could actually go to the grocery store and spend $5 on.
Any way you can help, for sure. Josh Briner, thank you.
You guys ready for Thanksgiving? 2 weeks.
Not. At least we don't have to buy gifts for this holiday, so there's no massive push.
Yeah. Boy, November is going to be flying by here.
It is. All right,
Thanks, Josh.
You bet.
Josh is always looking for inspiration to share. Reach out on social media if you have an idea, or email him for a chance to be featured.
6:15, Kelly Slifka has your first warm weather out there. Nice balmy day on deck.
Yeah, definitely a balmy start to the morning. The only thing we have to deal with is the wind that's really blowing out here this morning. It's coming in out of the south, and that's what's bringing us some warm temperatures. Now, we actually had a couple of showers pass through overnight. Not even enough to wet the ground, but maybe settled some of the leaves. But right now, Doppler track not indicating anything. Thanks to Alice for sending in this photo, very November-like, as we are headed through the fall season. This up in Prairie du Sac. And, you know, if you haven't gotten the leaves raked yet, you have an opportunity. Today's not going to be great for it because of these winds at 15 to 25 miles per hour, but it's going to be dry the rest of today. Tomorrow probably is going to be the best day to get some of these leaves raked. Winds will be a lot lighter, and it should be dry. We are looking at some rain to move in later tomorrow night into Wednesday. Maybe a bit wet, but still an opportunity to get some of those leaves raked. Right now, we actually had some of these showers pass through. This warm front that's pushing in, that's what's bringing us some warm temperatures. Not a whole lot of rain with this system. Does have wind, though. Right now, sustained winds as high as 20 miles per hour in Monroe, 16 in Janesville, 14 in Madison. Juneau, sustained wind out of the south at 18. See the low clouds currently across Madison. Obviously, the sun comes up earlier now that we are back into standard time after being daylight savings time this summer. 62 expected today. That's running 12 degrees above our average high. The sun now sets, so at 4:43. It's going to be windy today with some of these gusts up to 30 miles per hour, but that's going to push our temperatures into the low 60s. It will be cooling down throughout the week. Near 50 tomorrow, close to our average. Then we'll tail off into the 40s later in the weekend of the weekend. Winds initially out of the south this morning. They will switch around to the west. That'll bring in some drier air. And with that drier air, we are expecting more sunshine, but it's still going to be windy up until the evening hours. Winds should come down closer to 10 to 15 as we get towards sunset and beyond, but still fairly breezy yet this evening. See how these clouds depart from west to east throughout the morning hours. By the noon hour, everybody should be into sunshine, low, maybe even some mid-60s showing up before some of that cooler air settles in by this evening. Tomorrow will be dry all day long. We'll see a variably cloudy sky, sometimes cloudy, sometimes a little bit of sun. Shower chances develop, though, after midnight, and that'll continue into Wednesday morning. Right now, the rainfall totals don't look like much, but no snow with that. That's going to stay well up to the north across the UP of Michigan. Right now, 56 in Madison, also Janesville, 56 in Platteville. First warm forecast, windy today, 62. Cooler tonight down to 38, up to 50 tomorrow and Wednesday. Some of those showers move in after midnight Tuesday night into Wednesday, but otherwise a dry forecast for the rest of the week. But we do cool it down back in the mid-40s for the upcoming weekend.
Remember earlier this season when the Packers staged an unreal comeback to stun the Saints? That was 42 days ago, and it was also the last time the Packers won a game. Playing a depleted Rams team, Green Bay needed nothing more than to get back on track, and they did that and then some. Packers driving against the Rams early in the second quarter. Jordan Love hands off to Aaron Jones. He loses the Los Angeles defender and scurries in for his 63rd touchdown as a Packer, passing Donald Driver for the seventh most in franchise history. Pack lead at 7-zip. Let's skip to the fourth quarter because there wasn't a ton of offense in this game. Green Bay leading 13-3. 5 minutes left, trying to put this one to bed. Love fires a rocket downfield, and there's Christian Watson, who hauls it in. Watson injured on the play, but he moves the chains. And now Love and company working in the red zone. Love fakes the pass and dials one up for Luke Musgrave. The rookie tight end seals a Packers win with his first career touchdown. Better hold on to that football. The Packers go on to win it 20-3. The defense was nothing short of spectacular. They held the Rams to a season-low 3 points, and Aaron Jones, well, he was the spark plug the team needed. Here's Matt LaFleur on the big win.
The guys continue to battle each and every day. I see it, and I think we're making some improvements. We're far from a finished product, I would say. But just it does feel good to win, and so we got to have a great week of preparation for that in order to have the same feeling next week.
And staying in the NFL, the Texans kicker was injured yesterday, so Houston turned to their emergency kicker, Dare Agumbawale. Only problem, Dare is not a kicker, he is a running back. But the game tied to 30 apiece, late in it. They sent the former Badger out to kick the field goal. They go ahead, and the running back hits it. How about that? The Texans go on to win it. That's your morning sports fix. Have a fantastic day.
Thanks, Andrew. Still ahead, why one of the biggest Christmas songs is the subject of a new lawsuit.
And as we head to break, a look at gas prices here in Dane County and across Wisconsin. We're back after this.
Watch News 3 Now at 5 with Eric, Susan, and Gary. Weeknights.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts. Furniture for living. Furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized Black Friday sale. Going on now at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something on the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
Makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This Thanksgiving is the best time to try Plexiderm with our starter price of only $14.95. Plus, get free shipping. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Bananas are only 39 cents a pound at Hy-Vee. That's not a sale price. That's the price with the Hy-Vee Perks membership. And 39 cents a pound is not just the price today or this week. It's the Perks price every day. With the Hy-Vee Perks membership, you can save on hundreds of products store-wide every time you shop. And count on Perks prices to stay the same. So if you want to pay less for bananas every day, sign up for Hy-Vee Perks. It's free and easy.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts. Furniture for living. Furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our FlexSteel authorized Black Friday sale. Going on now at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Welcome back. Let's take a peek at your morning. Mark, catching these squirrels, quite literally, in some buckets.
I love it. That's one idea for a feeder, huh?
There you go.
Cool picture. Thanks, Mark. If you want to share your morning, we'd love to see it. Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when you post on social media. So trending today, one of the most popular Christmas songs of all time, Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. She's being sued over that song. That's because country singer Andy Stone says he wrote part of it and she stole it. That's right. So his song came out in 1989. Stone previously sued in 2022, a couple years ago, and then withdrew the suit for some reason. Yeah, so he alleges he wrote part of it, and then Carey and her co-writer copied parts of Stone's version.
It'd be interesting to put them together, like see where they're close. You remember when it was Ice Ice Baby with
Under Pressure,
Under Pressure,
Queen and David Bowie.
Another lawsuit situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Vanilla Ice won that one.
Yeah.
Or
at least they settled, something like that.
They settled for some reason.
See, if you can settle, there is money to be made here for Mr. Stone.
Yeah. And Ed Sheeran was just in the headlines for one of his songs.
Yeah, it's constant.
And he won, so we'll see where this one ends up. But that's, gosh, how many thousands of times are we going to hear that song over the next 8 weeks?
Get ready, folks. It's on repeat, that's for sure.
Okay, let's get to the weather. We have a nice, very comfortable day on tap, Kelly.
Very mild. It is coming at a price with the winds out of the south right now, up there at 22 miles per hour. But with that wind, we are looking at the clouds to depart. Eventually, we'll get into sunshine later this morning. A lot of sunshine today as we climb in the low to mid 60s today. Noticing the daylight coming up a little bit sooner. Temperatures low 60s later this afternoon.
All right. Hey, don't go anywhere, folks. More News 3 Now this morning, right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Dear Sharp Curves, Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. We got traction, baby.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on many of Toyota's most popular models. Toyota. Let's go places.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards and give your walls a fresh update. Paramount Interior Paint provides the most advanced protection and true one-coat coverage. A gallon is only $39.95 after rebate. Save time on your painting projects with Revolution. It's a super premium paint and primer in one that features extreme game-changing stain resistance. Pick up a gallon today for just $44.49 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. You wash your cars and clothes and canines. At the Magic Wash. At the Magic Wash. Whoa.
Pick and Save gives you so many ways to save. On top of our lower than low prices, enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Plus, our weekly sales will keep your budget merry and bright. So get rewarded and save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
I just love dancing, so I was always willing to dance through the pain. Since visiting the Good Feet store and wearing the arch supports and being pain-free now, my mood and my energy has drastically improved. Once that energy gets into you, double spins.
Dear Sharp Curves, Toyota has more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand. We got traction, baby.
Get 3.99% APR for 48 months on many of Toyota's most popular models. Toyota. Let's go places.
Right now, shaking up the school day. MMSD's new solution to get kids to school on time starts today.
Plus, a controversial commentator is coming back to UW-Madison. A look back at how campus responded during his last visit.
And voters in Wisconsin are letting politicians know how they feel as we get closer to the 2024 election.
And a mild start. We're running about 23 degrees warmer than we were this time yesterday. We'll see how long this mild weather will last coming up.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Thanks for waking up with us. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynchine.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slifka is talking about some very windy conditions today. 22 miles an hour.
Yeah, sustained winds. So some of these gusts could be up to about 30. So hopefully you got the leaves raked this weekend. I know Chris got some of those.
You know
nice
I
job.
Got it done. Well, because it's going to be windy today, and we've got fairly breezy weather for the next couple of days. But it's mild this morning. That wind's coming in out of the south, and that's what's bringing us the warmer temperatures. We're running about 23 degrees above where we were this time yesterday morning. So 55 in Madison, 57 in Middleton. This is already well above our average high for this time of the year. We'll take it. It is coming in at that price. Southerly winds right now, 14 miles per hour, sustained in Madison, 22 in Monroe, 23 also in Juneau. 13-mile-per-hour winds out of the south-southwest in Mineral Point. Some of these gusts, as mentioned, could be up close to 30 miles per hour. That's going to be blowing a lot of those leaves around. Highs in the low 60s today. Tomorrow we'll be turning cooler, get a little bit closer to that average, then we'll continue to tail off through the 40s later in the week. We do have the clouds right now, the winds out of the southwest, but we're actually going to get into some drier air as we go through the morning hours from west to east. Here at the noon hour, I think all of us will be under a mostly sunny sky. The winds have switched around the west by this time. Still going to be windy. Those winds should gradually come down later this afternoon into this evening, and then eventually we'll see that cold front slide through. That'll bring us some cooler temperatures. Otherwise, looking at some low 60s this afternoon, just having to deal with the winds, but quite a bit of sunshine. Talk more about that cool down and also our next opportunity for some rain later this week coming up.
Talk to you then, Kelly. Thank you. Happening now, new start time for some Madison schools. The district's new start and end times kick in today. This is all to try to smooth out the busing issues with new provider First Student. The district took action because parents were complaining the buses were showing up late or sometimes not even at all. The new start times don't impact every school in the district, but a lot of them will be impacted. And start and end times vary depending on the school. So we sorted it all out for you. You can find a full list of start and dismissal times for every MMSD school at this story on our app and website. Again, those new start times start today. They'll last through the end of the school year.
This morning, the former McFarland Village president charged with child sexual assault is supposed to be in court. His initial appearance has been pushed back several times. It was rescheduled for today. Here's some background on this story. 74-year-old Bradley Zaboter is facing a single count of child sexual assault of a person under the age of 13. Court records show a 5-year-old girl told her mom that Zaboter touched her inappropriately and called it a magic trick. Zaboter served as the Village of McFarland president from 2012 to 2021 before deciding to not run for re-election. Current McFarland leadership says these charges have nothing to do with Zaboter's current role in village government.
Here's a look now at Michael Mattioli, whose trial is slated to start this week. Jury selections start today. Now, he's a former Milwaukee police officer charged with killing 25-year-old Joel Acevedo in 2020. While off duty. It was after Acevedo attended a party at Mattioli's home. Now, Mattioli says that he woke up to Acevedo going through his pant pockets. The prosecution says Mattioli put Acevedo in a minutes-long chokehold after they argued, and that Acevedo died at the hospital 6 days later. Acevedo's parents say that he wouldn't steal from someone, as Mattioli claims. They say he's being criminalized. The Acevedo family has met with the district attorney's office and viewed the evidence. Here's what Acevedo's father had to say about it.
I had to look at it here, and it really was not easy. It's disturbing.
That evidence they referred to includes unedited body camera footage from officers arriving at Mattioli's home. They say that video shows Acevedo being held down while being restrained and want it released to the public.
Happening today, conservative author and political commentator Ben Shapiro will be on UW's campus. The Young Americans for Freedom chapter will host the conversation. It's inside Shannon Hall at 7 o'clock tonight. The political pundit has been to UW before. His last visit was in 2016. At the time, UW put out a statement saying the event would provide a forum for both the speaker and those who disagree with his views. According to the organization hosting Shapiro, he'll be highlighting the importance of free speech on campuses. The lecture itself is called "Stop Being Apologetic About the Superiority of Western Values." UW has yet to comment on this latest visit.
To Manhattan now, where former President Donald Trump is set to testify in that civil fraud trial against his empire. The leading GOP candidate for president will be defending himself against allegations that he knowingly lied in financial statements about his wealth to convince banks to take on hidden risks. Trump will likely be asked about loans and other deals made with those statements.
There are multiple new polls out testing the temperature of the country ahead of the 2024 presidential race. Let's take a look at what's happening here in our state. A poll by the New York Times and Siena College shows President Biden ahead in Wisconsin. This isn't a theoretical matchup with Donald Trump. The poll shows President Biden leads Trump by 2 points in our state. Wisconsin's the only one out of 6 swing states where the president is leading the likely GOP candidate. Important to note here, the margin of error in this poll is 4.8. And nationally, a new poll has Trump leading President Biden by 3%. CBS YouGov conducted that poll. It also shows the number of Americans who think things are going badly in the country hitting a high for this year at 73%. The margin of error here is 3.3%.
Less than a year away from that election, both political parties are ramping up efforts here in Wisconsin. The Democratic Party of Wisconsin started the 1 Year to Win push recently. It's aimed at electing its preferred candidates up and down the ballot. Over the weekend, that push took the form of door-to-door canvassing in 115 municipalities across the state. In this week's For the Record, the Democratic Party of Wisconsin chair, Ben Wickler, spoke with our Will Keneally.
And our goal is not to persuade anyone of anything this weekend. It is to go out and talk to people who have not been reliable Democratic voters in the past and ask them what's on their mind.
You can read the full story and watch Will's interview with Wickler on our website.
6:36 now and more local news. Take a look at the scene at the Dane County Regional Airport from this weekend. Veterans returning to rounds of applause from friends and family after the last Badger Honor Flight of the year. The organization is celebrating its latest trip, taking its 4,500th veteran to Washington, D.C. Badger Honor Flight has been taking Wisconsin's vets to see the monuments in their honor for more than a decade now. George Noth marks that major milestone in this weekend's trip. He's a 98-year-old World War II vet. He made the 18-hour trip to D.C. and back with 87 other veterans from Vietnam and Korea.
Today is a day that I'll remember for a long time because the way our whole group was greeted at the airport, going on the plane, and getting off the plane in Washington, D.C. The people standing there and applauding and reaching out to shake my hand. It was like I was, I don't know, some big celebrity or something.
Well-deserved recognition here. News 3 Now's Braden Ross was on that flight. All throughout the week, she's going to be telling us stories from this trip ahead of Veterans Day.
Better than a celebrity. Are you kidding me?
He is better than a celebrity, let's be honest.
You said it. Thank you. The Packers are back to winning football games. It took a struggling Rams team starting their backup quarterback for Green Bay to break their 4-game losing streak. But hey, a win's a win, right? The Packers scoring first here in the second quarter. They are not scoring a lot in the first half these days, so that is great to see. Aaron Jones pushes it into the end zone. Jones passes Donald Driver for 7th most touchdowns in franchise history. Packers go on to win 20-3. They are now 3-5 on the season. Here's what head coach Matt LaFleur had to say about breaking the streak.
You know, for our guys, whether you're a coach, player, anybody involved, you know, in our organization, it's just you got to look in the mirror. And when things get tough and you have some adversity, it's easy to look out and point out what everybody else is doing wrong. You got to look internally and what can I do better? And I think our guys totally embrace that.
Hey, and keep an eye out for some big news today from the Packers and the NFL. They're going to announce the date for the 2025 NFL Draft today at 3:30. That's, of course, going to be held in Green Bay at Lambeau Field in the atrium. The event's one of the largest during the season and could bring hundreds of thousands of people to Green Bay as we all wait to see who will make it to the pros.
Big day for that city, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's huge. I love what the NFL is doing, taking the draft to different cities so different fan bases can become a part of it. This is huge news for Green Bay and Wisconsin, and today we'll find out when exactly that will happen.
Titletown will love that. All right, 6:39. Let's check in with Kelly in your first warn forecast. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, good morning. Very mild this morning, starting out in the mid to upper 50s. It is windy this morning. We'll see how long this mild weather will last. The first warn forecast just ahead.
Quit being a bunch of turkeys over there. We're talking turkey with our update on the Thanksgiving basket drive this morning and how you can help families in the 6-0 wait. We'll be right back.
It's the one sale you can't miss, Madison Lighting's Big Fall Sale. Save on every light fixture and fan, every brand, indoors and out, and all home decor. 15% off everyday low prices. Madison Lighting, Watts Road. Ends Monday.
At Lawton Cates, justice means helping with your medical bills, standing up to the insurance company, and demanding compensation for lost time at work. And there's never a fee until we deliver results for you. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
Hold it! Imagine a world with no drama.
I haven't signed Jody's card yet.
Ordering promotional products guaranteed to create memorable moments is an easy mission at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Friends of the Middleton Performing Arts Center present The Greatest Piano Man, celebrating the world's greatest pianists and showmen, including Elton John, Billy Joel, Stevie Wonder, Liberace, and more. One night only, Saturday, November 18th. Tickets available online now.
Everywhere you go, it seems like folks are struggling with joint pain and old injuries and arthritis. Here, let me help you with that.
Help with pain is on the way. QC Kinetics uses regenerative therapies, natural biologics, and concentrates them directly at the pain in your hips, knees, shoulder, or back, helping restore your quality of life.
This guy's not going to show up at your tailgate party and lend a hand. You might want to go ahead and call QC Kinetics and tell them Emmett sent you.
Feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't at its best. Metamucil gummies make it easy to get the fiber you need, promoting your digestive health for a better you. Metamucil gummies, the easy way to get your daily fiber.
Sometimes Jonah wrestles with falling asleep, so he takes ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, for a better night's sleep. So now, he wakes up feeling like himself, the reigning Family Room middleweight champion. Better days start with ZzzQuil nights.
Interested in an electric vehicle? Connect with the team that is leading the charge, Berkshire Automotive. Whether it's EVs like Lyriq, Lightning, Hummer, ID4, or hundreds of others, Berkshire has the largest selection of electric vehicles in Wisconsin and a team you can trust. Buy with confidence and complete peace of mind from Wisconsin's #1 automotive retailer. Berkshire Automotive, driven to deliver gas, hybrid, or electric.
Tonight at 6, the UW takes the long-standing lid off of alcohol sales. Starting this season, the Kohl Center and LeBon Arena will be selling beer, wine, and other alcoholic drinks to Badger fans. I'm looking at the impact this new policy could have before, during, and after the games.
We've certainly experienced alcohol issues in the past, and hopefully this doesn't make things any worse. In fact, maybe they get a little bit better.
Tapping into the issues surrounding alcohol in the arenas. Tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
All right, good morning, meteorologist Kelly Slifka on this mild start to our Monday morning. Noticing it's lighter out earlier because of the switch over to standard time after being in daylight savings time. Got a mild day today, definitely not November-like, but we'll get there. You don't need the heavier jacket, the winter jacket today, just a light jacket. But keep it handy because later this week it will be turning quite a bit cooler as we slide through the 40s. But you notice that as we go into next week, we're climbing well into the 50s, well above our average. So we will get into some warmer weather. We'll just have a few days later this weekend of the weekend that will be cooler. Winds will be out of the southwest this morning. In fact, right now, 14-mile-per-hour winds here in Madison, 22 sustained in Monroe. It is switching around to the west, off to the west, and eventually that wind will switch around to the west and actually clear out these clouds that we have right now. We'll get into some drier air, and that will bring us quite a bit of sunshine and temperatures well into the 60s this afternoon, so it's going to be a nice mild day, well above our average. Sun is officially up, came up at 6:38. So we will look at low 60s this afternoon. May actually see some mid-60s down toward the Illinois border, toward Janesville and Monroe. Some of these gusts, though, this morning in the afternoon could be up to 30 miles per hour, so definitely going to be blowing some of these leaves around. Later this week, as shown, we will be cooling down into the 40s. So the winds out of the southwest this morning, quickly switching around to the west as we get toward the late morning hours. And that westerly wind will bring in that dry air. That's why I'm expecting more sunshine. Still windy throughout the afternoon, but as we get towards sunset, we are expecting those winds to come down. Still a bit breezy, though, as the wind will switch around the northwest. That'll be coming behind the cold front that is off to our west. We're going to be on the warm sector of it today. That's what's going to bring us some mild temperatures as we see those westerly winds up to around 10 to 15, 20 miles per hour. Letting these temperatures climb into lower 60s later today. And as mentioned, between 9 and 10 o'clock here in Madison, the clouds will be on their way out. All of us will be in sunshine by the noon hour. Plenty of sunshine later this afternoon as temperatures warm in the low to mid 60s. Now, Tuesday will be dry, a little bit more cloud cover and cooler, but after midnight, we will see some showers spread in Tuesday night into Wednesday morning primarily. And then I think after that, by Wednesday afternoon through the weekend, should be dry, just turning quite a bit cooler. Right now, 56 in Madison, 55 in Janesville, 52 in Mineral Point, Sauk City at 55, 54 in Sun Prairie, and also Cottage Grove, Stoughton right now at 53. First warn forecast, windy today, but mild, 62 this afternoon. The wind switches around the northwest, brings us a cooler night down to 38, waking up tomorrow morning. Dry tomorrow afternoon, 50 degrees, so quite a bit cooler, but we do have the rain chances late Tuesday night. That'll continue into Wednesday before we back off those temperatures back in the 40s later in the week into the weekend.
You're thinking we might see higher temperatures as the week goes on, too, right? Some
next
increases?
Week. Yeah, next week we're going to see a fairly nice warm stretch. We really haven't yet had a lot of days in a row that are going to be mild, but it looks like next week is going to be one of those.
A lot of sun there, too. Kelly, thank you very much. 6:45, time to slow things down. See what's happening in the 608 this morning.
Hey, this morning, Josh Breider's here with an update on the Thanksgiving basket drive. Hey, Josh.
Hey, good morning, guys. So we're talking turkey this morning because Thanksgiving is officially 2 weeks from this Thursday, and we need help getting groceries for thousands of Dane County families ahead of Turkey Day. For the past 35 years, the Goodman Community Center Thanksgiving Basket Drive has been a tradition with many long-serving staff, volunteers, and their children returning year after year. News 3 Now is a proud sponsor of this event. Each year, we hear from families about how meaningful their Thanksgiving basket is to them. And with the unprecedented need the Goodman Center is seeing in their food pantry right now, these baskets are going to matter even more this year. The Goodman Community Center actually had to close their registration window early due to heightened demand. More than 4,000 families registered for everything needed to prepare a traditional holiday meal. That is more than 25,000 Dane County residents, including more than 10,000 children. Here's a look at what is needed this year. All of this up on your screen. 4,000 frozen turkeys, 8,000 cans of vegetables, 4,000 boxes of mac and cheese. That same number goes for gravy, cranberry sauce, broth, stuffing, and vegetable oil, specifically 16 to 24-ounce bottles. And of course, the aluminum roaster pans, 4,000 of those to go with those turkeys. Those are some big numbers, so we need your help in making this happen. Donations can be dropped off at the Goodman Community Center next Monday through Friday, the 13th through the 17th, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's at the Goodman Gym. Then on Saturday and Sunday, November 18th and 19th, the Wabisa Street location from 9 to 5. If you want to drop off even sooner, that's no problem too. You can stop by the Goodman Center's Ironworks building any day this week from 9 to 8. However, the Goodman Center is asking you to please save those frozen turkey donations until next week. All this information is up right now on channel3000.com. 1 week from tomorrow, November 14th, we're going to be there for their big donations day. That's when all the trucks come in and we see that real, that last minute push, right? But all of those items that you saw on the screen, we still need.
So the last time you were at Goodman Center, you talked about how the demand is up like 50% this year with inflation.
It's the most that it's ever been in the 35 years that they've been doing this drive. So when you think about that, that kind of puts it into perspective just what our area folks are seeing, especially with inflation rates right now. So anything that you can do to help is going to go a long way. Even that monetary donation, don't forget about that. Sometimes the money can go a long ways as well. I mean, this is one frozen turkey, right? We talked about this. It's 13.51 pounds, around $22. So this one was just from Hy-Vee. So pretty simple to stop by, pick one of these puppies up. And I mean, that could just make a difference in someone's life, right? And that's what we're all about here.
And they need what, like 4,000 of those bad boys?
4,000 of these. I mean, that's what you put it, like imagine 4,000, we'd fill up our whole studio with
That's
this.
right.
So, I mean, 10,000 children, that's like 25,000 people that we mentioned. I mean, it's a big deal.
Yeah, plenty of ways to help. No excuse.
No excuse
not to.
Let's hear that turkey call.
These boys can do it really well. Okay, okay. Ooh.
That was good. That was good.
Chris does it better. Let's go.
It's like we need practice from our newsroom down turkeys we have in the backyard.
I'm cutting this off. You guys are embarrassing me. Josh, get out of here. Thank you.
Bunch of turkeys.
Good story today.
You bet.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
It is 6:49. Coming up in the morning sprint, a big GOP endorsement coming today, but it's not for Donald Trump.
We want to wish a happy birthday to Emerson. Happy birthday. We're back after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals. Buy a Hormel Cure 81 whole boneless ham, get a free turkey. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve Arm Roast, just $4.98 a pound. And select Coke products or AHA, $3.49 each when you buy 4. Only at Hy-Vee.
This is a real person seeking a solution to a real problem.
Hi, fine, how are you?
Welcome to the Good Feet store. How can I help?
I have plantar fasciitis. My knees hurt, my hips hurt.
Then she was personally fit with Good Feet arch supports.
I don't feel any pain anywhere.
Good.
Seriously, no pain in my knees, my hips, nothing. This is amazing. I don't want to take them off. It just feels like I'm in heaven. Oh, you're a blessing in disguise.
Try them for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Your wedding day. Your love. Your style. Your celebration. Your wedding place. Discover the Madison Club, the city's premier wedding venue, featuring multiple unique spaces, stunning lake views, and award-winning cuisine. Spring wedding specials now available.
Precision is very proud of our 5-star reviews. I do everything I can to go above and beyond for repairs. No, I'm not an actor. I'm a garage door tech. That's what I do here at Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Culligan Water takes pride in being your local water experts. We live here, work here, and dedicate our lives to improving our area's water. We deliver the world's best water treatment and the industry's best service to you. Culligan Water, your local water experts.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Fritos or Cheetos, just $2.98. Hy-Vee ice cream, just $4.77. And Campbell's Chunky or Well Yes soup, just $1.48. Only at Hy-Vee.
Watch News 3 Now at 6 with Eric, Charlotte, Gary, and Zach. Weeknights.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
Changes to start and end times for Madison school districts start today. A number of elementary and middle schools in the district will see the shift this morning. Some are only changing by 5 minutes. Others are shifting by as many as 50 minutes or more. No high schools, though, are affected.
2 people are dead after a head-on crash outside of Deerfield. It happened yesterday at State Highway 73 and Cottage Grove Road. Investigators say one car crossed into the opposite lane. The 2 drivers died at the scene. Paramedics also rushed a passenger to the hospital. We're not sure just how badly they were hurt, but their condition has stabilized. According to court filings, the former McFarland Village president, Bradley Zaboter, is scheduled to make his initial appearance in the child sex assault case against him today. Zaboter is facing a single count of first-degree child sex assault of a person under the age of 13. His appearance has been rescheduled 3 times and was initially set for July 13th.
In Milwaukee, a former police officer is set to go on trial today for allegedly choking a 25-year-old to death at a house party. Michael Mattioli is charged in the death of 25-year-old Joel Avesedo in 2020 while off duty. The victim's family says there was body camera footage and they've seen it. They say it should be released to the public.
This evening, conservative author and political commentator Ben Shapiro will be at UW-Madison. The Young Americans for Freedom chapter at UW is hosting him. He was there 7 years ago. That was the last time Shapiro visited. Expect a big turnout. People in support of and in opposition to Mr. Shapiro.
On the national stage, former President Trump is set to testify in the civil fraud case against him and his family. He'll be testifying under oath today in a case where the judge has already ruled that Trump and his organization have committed fraud. This session is about a $1 fine and whether the Trump family can do business in New York again.
The division in Gaza is being felt here back in the U.S. New polls from CBS News show that while both Democrats and Republicans are in favor of sending weapons to Israel, a key faction of Democrats is against it. Those are the far left-leaning Democrats who are more likely to be in opposition. The support, with some viewing it as warmongering.
Happening today, Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds plans to endorse Ron DeSantis. This could give the Florida governor a much-needed boost as he continues to struggle against Donald Trump in the Republican primary. The move is out of the ordinary for the Iowa governor. She generally doesn't endorse a candidate until the caucuses in January. And football fans, time to rejoice. We're going to find out today when the 2025 NFL Draft will be held. The NFL and the Packers are set to announce the date around 3:30 this afternoon in the atrium at Lambeau Field. That's where the event's going to take place. It looks to bring in hundreds of thousands of fans to Green Bay.
All right, good morning. Coming up on 7 o'clock, a mild start to the morning. We're in the 50s, some cooler air up to the north. So we've got one mild afternoon. It's also breezy. Winds out of the south-southwest up around 10 to 15, even 22 miles per hour sustained there in Monroe. The clouds will be on the way out as we climb through the lower 60s today. So it's going to be a mild day for this time of the year as those clouds gradually depart later on today.
Kelly, thank you. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're back with another news and weather update coming up in half an hour.